May Flower Merrill finished recording the deposition on her desk computer and carried the paper file to the filing cabinet to put it in its proper place. She was so ready for her lunch break. Now, if she could just slip out before Carlson knew she was leaving. Carlson followed her around and continued to try and convince her to marry him. She told him no. She refused to date him, but it did not stop him from going to her family and getting them on his side. None of them paid any attention to her when she told them she was not in love with Carlson. All they saw was a big-shot lawyer wanted to marry into the family, and they pushed his case constantly. The only one to seem less in favor of Carlson was her brother, Gunnar. May had moved out into her apartment to get away from all of the pressure. Her family thought she was making a big mistake. They were just as upset as they were when she dropped Flower out of her name and just used May. They couldn't understand all of the teasing she had endured being called Mayflower. For a girl as shy as May had been, it had been agonizing. When May slipped out of the office, somehow managing to avoid Carlson, she ran into her friend Brenda Oakes outside on the street. "Hi, May. You're late for lunch break. It's already 2:30, said Brenda. "I know. I had a deposition I had to record. I'm taking the rest of the day off," said May. "Why don't you come with me? I have some shopping to do in Sharpeville. Barron's doesn't have the makeup I use. The stuff carried here makes me break out," said Brenda. "I don't know," said May. "I was looking forward to going home and taking a long soak." "You can take a soak when you get back. It won't take long. It's only 25 miles, and we can stop at Danny's and get something to eat when we start back," Brenda encouraged. "Besides, I need the company. I hate driving by myself." "Okay, why not?" said May. "At least I know I won't run into Carlson in Sharpeville." Brenda laughed and took her arm to guide the way to where her car was parked. The girls enjoyed the trip. They sang along with the radio, and May could feel herself relaxing. This had been a good idea, she thought. They shopped in the drugstore, and Brenda waved and spoke to several people she recognized. She shopped there often to get her makeup. After shopping, they headed to Danny's to get a burger. They waved and spoke to Danny, who was behind the counter. "Hi, girls," said Danny. "What can I get for you?" "We want a couple of your delicious burgers, Danny," said Brenda. "Okay, just take a seat. I'll send them out in a few minutes. Do you want drinks?" "I'll take iced tea," said May. "Me too," agreed Brenda. "I'm driving." She grinned at Danny, and the girls went to find a table. It was not crowded. It was early evening, and the dinner crowd had not begun to arrive yet. They picked a table midways of the room and sat down to wait. The waitress brought them their iced teas and told them the burgers would be there shortly. Brenda stood up. "While we are waiting on our burgers, I am going to take a quick look in the magic mirror." She went over to the magic mirror and sat in the chair in front of it. May followed along with her. May had heard of the magic mirror, but she had never looked in it before. Brenda sat looking in the mirror, but she only saw her reflection. She sighed and rose. "Nothing. I have never seen anyone. I am beginning to think there is no true love for me," said Brenda. She turned and looked at May. "You have to try," she said. May was wary, but she sat in the chair. When she looked in the magic mirror, she gasped. "Silas?" she whispered. Silas looked into the mirror in front of him. He had been washing his face. Silas started grinning. "Well, if it isn't my woodland sprite," he said.